What is going on, everyone? Trust the buzz here if you're new to the channel. I make Charlotte Hornets content, so if that interests you, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. If you cannot tell by the thumbnail title of this video, in today's video, we're going to be talking about what should the Charlotte Hornets do to finish out the season. Now, there's not much they can do, obviously, externally, like fire a coach or change GMs or whatever, especially considering the pending sale of the franchise. What they can do, however, is groom these players, prepare these players for the next season. And by players, I mean the younger guys. The older guys, they've been there, done that. But the younger guys need to see the floor. And I feel like I've made a video about this before, so I can't really quite remember. However, my point is, the reason I really want to talk about it now is because there's no reason Terry Rozier, Kelly Oubre, Gordon Hayward, I'm trying to decide if PJ, we'll just throw PJ. There's no way they should be playing the minutes they're playing. If you want to start them, fine, 100%. I'm okay. It's not like there's many options anyway. If you want to start them, cool. They should not play more than 30 minutes a game. They should not. I appreciate the comeback from behind win, which I don't understand why people are getting mad at wins. There's no way we're going to catch the Orlando Magic in order to have the fifth best odds for the first overall pick, and there's no way we're going to lose enough to catch up to, I think it's the Spurs at this point in time of the season. A couple of days ago I thought maybe we have a chance, but we really don't have a chance to catch up with the Spurs, especially with the lineups they're running out, which my point goes back to my point. The Hornets should run out lineups like that. The Hornets should run out lineups of Bryce McGownes. He should be getting way more minutes. I think the reason he's not getting as many minutes as we would like, especially after the deal, I think it has more to do, they're trying to see what they have with Shvi, as opposed to Bryce McGownes is in the doghouse or he's not good. I don't think it's any of that. I think they're just trying to see what they have with Shvi. And I can appreciate that to an extent. However, I don't think that's just stunting the growth of Bryce McGownes. If you're trying to see what you have with V, because we do need a shooter badly, take away some Terry Rozier minutes, take away some Kelly Oubre minutes. There should not be Bryce McGownes only playing 5 minutes because we're trying to see what we have with V. Same with Kai Jones, same with JT Thor. There's no reason that we should see less Kai Jones minutes but more JT Thor minutes because we're trying to see what we have with JT Thor. No, the season is over. We should see more of everybody. Bring James Bouknight back. He dropped 44 in the G League like last week. Why not bring him and see what he can do? Let his confidence build. I've said in a video before, I don't know how much James Bouknight can do within these last 10 to 9 games of the season to win the hearts of whoever may be in charge of this team next year. I mean, but it's not going to hurt. And it's not going to hurt your other player. You have Gordon Hayward, who, I mean, at this point, it looks like you're probably keeping him, or if you do want to trade him, I'm not trying to say an injury on anybody, but we know that he doesn't stay healthy that often, so we shouldn't be running him to the ground. It just doesn't make a lot of sense in my opinion. Nick Richards, I think, should still continue to be out there. I think he can be a very valuable backup. However, it's tough to make him a backup considering your starting center in Mark Williams, who I think is very good. Love Mark Williams. He should be here for as long as he can. That gap isn't big enough, if that makes any sense. So the difference between Mark Williams and Nick Richards, there's a gap there, but it's not that big to where I'm comfortable with Nick Richards being my backup center. So it's very possible that Nick Richards just may not be here next year. What I'm trying to say is he could leave. I mean, he's a good center. I would like to keep him, but I'm just saying I don't see that significant of a gap where it's just beneficial to run them both, if that makes any sense. Because Nick Richards could go and look for his own thing. It's not like he's a veteran center and he doesn't have to prove himself, or he's on, the ending years of his deal. Well, he's on the ending year of his deal, but ending years of his contract, it's more so he's still a relatively young center who has shown tremendous improvement, who could help a team like the Clippers. I know the Clippers didn't pay much for Mason Plumlee, but imagine if they got Nick Richards instead. I mean, I'm just saying, there's just things you got to think about. But I hope he's here to stay. Continue to play him. It's not like we can play anybody else, but that's just kind of my thing on that. My whole point of making this video, I just don't see the point. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. I don't really just understand why we're still playing guys like Terry Rozier, Kelly Oubre so many minutes, considering more than likely these guys are going to be here next year. I know Kelly Oubre, this is the last year of his deal, but we've talked about it time and time again. If the Hornets didn't trade him, he's talking about how he wants to stay. More than likely, he's going to stay. They just haven't struck a deal yet. Maybe it's to see what they can do in free agency. I have no idea, especially when you throw in the wrench of possible new owners. But overall, it's just Steve Clifford, his rotation just still bothering me. I feel like this might be the third video I made this year in regards to his rotations. And at every point in the year, if you go back and look at these videos and then include this video, it's been reasons why he should be playing these younger guys. At the beginning, it was like, hey, we're not going to be good. Why not play the young guys? In the middle of the season, it's like, okay, we're getting beat up a little bit or injuries. Why not? We're seeing more of the younger guys just play. I mean, the season's basically over anyway. Now the season really is over, and we're still talking about the same thing that we've been talking about since the beginning of the season. So, like, for example, Dennis Smith Jr. is getting a lot of minutes, and he's not the world's best scorer. That's something we got him for. But why is Bryce McGownes not playing in some of those minutes? We know what we have in Dennis Smith Jr. I know this was a one-year deal. I really want him back. I'm pretty sure a lot of Hornets fans want him back. I know his offensive game isn't quite where you wanted to be, but he has came up clutch on offense, and he's just stout on defense. Why is Bryce McGownes not playing in those minutes? It just doesn't make sense to me. But like I said, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. I think the youth movement needs to go ahead and start. Just give these guys something. Just let these guys just go out there and play. Don't do too much of trying to control them and trying to be like, all right, you need to do this. Just let these guys go out and play. If Kai Jones goes out and fouls out, let him foul out. If JT Thor can't hit 10 shots, then not let him hit 10 shots. But this whole, you're playing Terry Rozier, Gordon Hayward, Kelly Oubre, 30 plus minutes, even PJ Washington to an extent, because the more I've taught, the more I've seen, PJ Washington really shouldn't be in that, just because we know where we have in PJ, and I'm hoping we're bringing him back. It just doesn't make sense at all to just be playing those guys that many minutes. And I'm like I said, I'm grateful for the 21-point deficit, and we're coming back and then we win that game. I think that's a very important thing to do. I feel like that those are the type of wins that really do build culture, but also helping these guys get better, so we're not having another James Bouknight situation, which, I mean, I don't think that's over, but look where we're at. Malik Monk, Jalen McDaniels, these things where these guys get good for other teams or they get good at the end and then we still don't trade. Like, let these guys be good now while they're in Charlotte. That's what I just don't understand. And what I'm afraid of is the success of Mark Williams. I feel like that it may cause an issue where they're like, oh, the G League can work for everybody because we've been throwing everybody in there. It doesn't work for everybody. Mark Williams, it helped a lot. I think a lot of thing with him was just getting adjusted to the NBA bodies because he looked very timid in summer league and things like that. I don't think that's going to help everybody. Some people need to go against that type of competition, the NBA competition. Kai Jones dominates every time he's in the G League. JT Thor plays okay. I mean, he plays good. Like, I'm not mad at what he does. James Bouknight, at times, there's been times where he dominates. Bryce McGownes definitely, at times, just is dominating the game when he's in the G League. So let these guys get NBA minutes. Let Bryce McGownes take more than 5 shots a game or 2 shots a game, whatever it is. Let these guys play. And I'm making this video on Wednesday, March 22nd. So anything could change between now and when I release this video, but that's all I'm saying is just let the young guys play. Anyway, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Let me know if you think I'm right. Let me know if you think I'm wrong. Let me know if you think that it doesn't really matter because 10 games, it's only 10 to 9 games. There's no point of even trying to throw these guys in, considering we should have been through them in. Or let me know that there is value in playing them in these, 10 games. So like I said, let me know down in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.